Cap at the start of the streams, just so we're not really liked in Whiterun anymore because we freed a Stormcloak from Imperials, so they really don't like us anymore. And I think we're also over encumbered right now. I think we can cook here though, so we might be able to get a little lighter by cooking some stuff if we have any cooking materials at least. I may have cooked at the end of last stream, so I think I did. I probably did. That or just didn't get any new salt piles in between. So we need to lighten up by at least a few pounds. Not much. That's the good thing is not by much. The only question is, what do we sacrifice to I could sacrifice the tomes. I could also throw away the journals. I always feel bad about throwing away the journals though, because you know you only find them a few times. Some books you can find easier, others not so much. If I have anything useless, I really don't think I need the torch. I hate to say it, because I really like the idea of having to actually have torches, but I don't think I really need them. And I'm gonna actually just drink the ale. It doesn't give me a huge amount, but compared to its weight, food-wise. Also, let me do a quick check to see if it's actually going alright. I think it is. Let's check the sound. Whoop. Also, let me do a quick check to see if it's actually going alright. Okay, it sounds like it's going alright. I feel like it was a little too crisp last time. I don't know if that was... I don't know if that's a thing. Because I don't think I had the pop filter directly at me. So I felt like my lip was smacking. I felt like, who do you call it? JC Denton from Deus Ex. Where it's like the terrible way to die. Where he does like the lip smack. I can't do the same thing. What are you like, terrible way to die? What a shame. Like that. I can't quite do it the same way, but that's what it felt like. Like I really like a kind of a gummy mouth or something. I don't know. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better. I backed off a little bit and I turned down the sound a tad. Just a little. Just a little. Just to see. I'm still carrying too much to run. I mean, those weigh a lot, but I can get sick from trying to just eat that. Food poisoning, yeah. I don't know if I can actually get better from that easily. So it's like 100% chance, basically. Hungry. Nordmead, drained. Food poisoning. Food no longer restores health for 3 days. My gosh, really? That's way bad. That's super bad. Okay, that was... Okay, I was really sabotaging myself with food poisoning. I didn't realize just how bad it was. That's why it feels like my stamina has been absolutely terrible. And it's 3 days. That's a huge amount of time. Because if I just wait, I'll have to eat. I'm just going... if you don't know what I'm doing, is I'm kind of just running to Markarth. The thing is, I'm trying to get into the Civil War quest. So, our story behind this is basically that, Talvernir is just trying to get vengeance for House Hlaalu after the Empire kind of abandoned it during the Oblivion Crisis. Ultimately kind of leaving Morrowind in a kind of a worsened state, or worse state than it could have been. But it technically became Imperial free. Now, Hlaalu liked the Empire. Just to give a little bit of background on it. Hlaalu liked the Empire, but they basically lost their Great House status because of it. Is that... you nice? You good guy? Hunter, yeah, you're good. Okay. That's good. I don't mind if they're good guys. I'm only using flames right now just because I don't really want to be a battle mage, but right now our other skills are so bad in comparison. That basically he's having to make use of it. And also, our characters, we're trying to roleplay with him, so we're not going to roleplay that he doesn't know something he does know. If he knows it, he knows it, but it's just not going to be a proficiency of his. So he's not going to get more magicka or something like that. He's gonna stay at the magicka level he is and just advance physically, if that makes sense. So that's our role play limitation, is he's not gonna get better magicka. He's not as sneaky. Also, he's more ironically a bit of a Redoran character. By that I mean is he's more the fighter type, but we're going with he's more the fighter type just solely through the being isolated from basically from Morrowind for a huge amount of time. We're trying to climb, and so basically just became a warrior out of just the world around him shaping him. The Nords and the Redoran actually do, and this is actually something that I thought was kind of funny, because the Nords and Redoran actually are supposed to have a lot of respect between the two of them. There's Morrowind and everything like that. It kind of expresses that they kind of like, that's why they like the Fighters Guild, and even Redoran liked the Legion to some degree, even though they didn't like Imperials as a whole. So I do kind of find it a little weird that it just doesn't get mentioned a lot. Let's shimmy our way up here. But actually, believe it or not, of all the different species in the Elder Scrolls universe, I hear wolves. They can't reach me up here, though. Like, of all the different species and cultures and stuff like that, believe it or not, probably the Dark Elves' only friend are the Nords. I do kind of find it find it funny that they take such an adversarial stance to each other in Skyrim. And considering that they're kind of, like, throughout before, they're kind of, and I shouldn't say that they were friends before, but they had some mutual respect. Okay, we're at a bandit camp. It's not where we want to be. Oh, they see us, don't they? And we're just a sitting duck. We're just a sitting duck up here. You can't go down. How are we going to get a Markarth like this? Let's just sneak. We're going to be heavy armor and stealth. A little bit of a blend. A little bit of a blend. How we learn about heavy armor? I think we're going with this the idea that because bone mold counts. So as heavy armor, that we're going with that it's a medium armor proficiency. Right? We're just playing it off that it's medium armor. Because bone mold was medium armor in Morrowind. So, once we get bone mold, we'll try not to... Okay, someone's shooting at us with arrows. Okay, there we go. So those guys over there. They do see us. Can't really pick up anything from the wolf. We're kind of out of luck right here. Hold on. I'm going to actually throw the healing spell on that side. Hold on. There we go. I could try to shoot the bow at him. I think I'm going to just avoid that right now. Okay, I'm going to actually eat a little bit too. Because our guy is real hungry. Okay, feel better, but still peckish. And that should be well fed. Good, good, good. Now we won't get like health, and we have a negative stamina regeneration because of food poisoning. Which was a mistake to do. Hold on. I should have just dropped the venison. I think I was already food poisoned though. Or just had left it. Okay, the problem is it's looking like I might have to go through them. At least to some degree. To get to where I want to go. Because if you look at my marker, I could go around the right. Whoop, remove it. Oh darn, I didn't mean to do that. Place marker. If we go here and look at the map, we could go around the right and go through the river. These rivers are pretty much safe in Skyrim. I know I shouldn't entirely say that. Oh no, he's got magic. We do not want to mess with the magic. We do not want to mess with the magic man. Magic man is bad. That's not who we want to mess with. Okay, actually, I can take that. Magic is very powerful at this stage. Because it does more of like a flat bonus and we can't really block it. We have nothing really... Unless you shot fire at us, we don't really have anything to resist it. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to wait for them to leave, and then run through on the right. We're gonna be invisible in a second from them. There we go. There we go. We're with stealth. We're not gonna be stealth archer, but we will do stealth daggers. We're not beyond that. Uh-oh. I think I've committed. I've committed. Okay, hold on. Let's go down. What kind of ore is that, I wonder? Silver? I can't go get it from here. I'm gonna sneak, and as soon as they see me, I'm gonna run. Oh, Force 1 arrow, Force 1 sword. I'll take the wine. Don't want to stick around too long, though. Oh, gosh. Woo! Run, 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 jump! Run, 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 run! Oh, gosh! Run! Run, jump! Run, run, run! Hold on. Now get your stamina back. Stamina. Where can we get some stamina? Potions, not potions. Food. That would make our stamina even come back slower. I'll do it. We don't really have a choice. I'm just too close to them right now. Yeah, I think that was my last thing I could do to... Okay, run through here. Run through anything that will make it harder for them to aim at you. Woo! Okay, jump. I'm chilly. Okay, that's not something we could jump off of, so... Uh-oh. Woo! Jump. Parkour! We're the parkour elf. We're the parkour dark elf. Woo! Parkour! We made it! Woo! Woo! There we go. That's right. You couldn't get us. Okay, swimming through chilly water is going to be a problem because I think that will immediately start hurting me. And only kind of. Wait, is that a body? Wait, it's floating down there. Is that a body? Hold on. What is that? Yeah, that's bones. What's going on? Okay, that's not good. Yeah, we're chilly, and jumping through water while chilly is gonna hurt us. We can get some meat here. There we go. Good thing is, if we got too bad off, we could always heal our... Oh, scared me, that mud crab. Could always heal ourselves. I don't really want to start stacking up an ore. But yeah, I always thought it was kind of funny that in Skyrim that they don't like each other. I don't know. I feel like the Adra and the Daedra and all the kind of stuff in Elder Scrolls lore, I think someone probably could really explain it well a lot better than me. I think I flub it a lot, the lore, just because I don't really know too much about it. Beyond what you can see in the games without, like...
It happened so fast. 1 minute the dragon was...
Oh, dragon.
No, I was too afraid to look. I don't know what we're going to do now. We have nothing left.
Yeah, here you go, 5 gold.
You're too kind. Thank you. Be careful and stay safe.
But, some of it just confuses me a little bit. I don't know. Some of it confuses me. Sometimes it feels like the Adra and Daedra just make... It's funny. Okay, one thing I was reading is, ironically, I played a lot of Oblivion. And I realized that what I was saying... I was like one of the previous videos I did. I was like, oh, man, it seems like all the division and stripes caused by the Adra and the Daedra in Elder Scrolls. And then I started realizing... Wasn't that the whole point of the Mythic Dawn? I just realized. Like, the whole point of the Mythic Dawn was saying that the Adra were the problem. Whoop. And then working with Mehrunes Dagon because they thought that, like, Lorkhan was murdered by the Adra or something like that. Okay, I'm going to just use this power because I think it actually will warm me up. Can I not use it? There we go. I think it warms me up. I'm not sure. It's either preventing me from getting... I know it'll help me from chilly water. Now, remember, we're not touching shrines. We're not... Now, we'll take stuff from underneath it. Oh, someone sees me, so never mind. Oh, someone does not like me. Who doesn't like me over there? Who's over there that doesn't like me? So, my arch nemesis here. I will say this lasts a decent amount of time. I will say it's pretty nice. Flame Cloak has a whole nother purpose in this game. I feel like we'll just use cloak spells. I feel like we can still use cloak spells, but because so much of their stuff revolves around like Flame Cloak and things like that. So we can always use those, and as long as we don't use very high magic ones. But we really don't want a really high magic capacity. We want mostly health and stamina. Because at our heart, we're more of a warrior, a warrior type. Strange for Hlaalu a little bit, but Hlaalu did have guards, and maybe if things had turned out different, that's what he would have been. But instead, he's in Skyrim, right? Looking to try to get with kind of a Redoran view of the Empire, at least after the Red Mountain thing, where they really didn't like them anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. Redoran and the Nords kind of, even though they fought them quite a bit between each other, they technically I think liked each other far more than the Empire did. I mean, basically nobody liked the Empire. Even when you look at Morrowind, it's actually a lot like Skyrim because one of Dagoth one of his whole things is that he wants to free Morrowind from the Empire. So I was like, is Dagoth Ulfric? But you can join him. Is that the difference?
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering waste.
Not literally, but like.
Hello there, friend.
We're not gonna.
For you to chance upon.
Nah,
the best
I'm not gonna.
Tales are those of adventure. Who could truly write such a tale without first experiencing such?
It's a fair point. I would
time.
agree with. Well, you could observe it. Writing is, I think it was Mark Twain that said like writing is observation or something like that. I think it was like I'm flubbing the line, but I'm basically paraphrasing it. I was saying along the lines of that writing is things come from through observation or basically something like that. By observing something, you can better write. Observing life, you can better write. Things like that. We are getting really low health. I hope we can get there soon. Apparently this place is really, really chilly. We are not really well equipped for the temperature in here. I mean, I guess that in Morrowind there's a whole refugee crisis going, like where they're having like people have to go to Skyrim. So I guess that's causing some of the problem. But when you think about it, it's basically kind of the same as in Morrowind because the guards don't like you. Even if you're a dark elf, they don't like you in Morrowind because you're a foreigner. Like there's like Hlaalu, I think is the only one that Hlaalu and Redoran are kind of more accepting of the two. Redoran kind of gets a harsh rap on that.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Okay. Hlaalu kind of gets more credit than Redoran sometimes on that. But Redoran is actually like they're more like the Nords in this game. Like they'll talk smack to you, but they won't but they actually kind of don't really hate you. Kind of like how you can join the Stormcloaks even if whether you're Nord or not. But they're not gonna like stop you from being on their team. Take that. Now we can run again. There's another statue over there, but I'm gonna run over this way instead. I just want to get to Markarth sooner rather than later because we're gonna freeze to death otherwise. Okay, more goats. It makes sense that there's this emblem for Markarth is a ram, considering how many rams I've seen. I think I saw someone actually saying that there wasn't many around Markarth and thought it was weird, but all I see are mountain goats. Okay, that was the straw that broke the camel's back there. Let's think. Let's think, let's think. Maybe a cabbage. Eat some cabbages. Okay, I got enough. Can zoom out a little bit. Take a look at ourselves. Oop. Thought there was a way to look at ourselves while we're running, but maybe not. Yeah. Okay, we're coming up to Markarth. Now remember, we can't fast travel. Even if we do get a fast travel point for this, it won't let us because we're doing the survival mode. And we forgot to bring a camp, so... Oh! There's some Khajiit! There we go. I wonder if this is going to warm me up.
Not only that, but these nodes have no love for us. They look upon us and
There is much beauty in this.
Let's see. Hlaalu owned. They do not want us. There you go.
the longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more... Take a look.
Ooh, let's see what he's got. Let's see. But yeah, I'm still learning the lore. So
Take a look.
if for some reason during my videos I talk smack or something about it, that's the process of learning. That's the process of learning. That's basically what we call it. You can't learn things without asking questions, and sometimes asking questions you have to be passionate about. Let's see. Resist magic, that's fine. I should have probably used that at one time just in case. We do not need flames or sparks because we know both spells. Our speech increased. I want to keep Tale of the Dragonborn in that journal. I really do want to keep the journals. I might end up getting weighed down crazily by them, but hopefully we have a home before then. Okay, so the good thing is the guards don't want to kill. They don't want to kill us here. Hello. But I think maybe it's like specifically a Windhelm thing, because I know Riften. I think Riften has Riften's far more open, which is funny because for being for being arguably the worst city to live in, probably because of the Thieves Guild. I imagine that wouldn't make it very fun to live in. I mean, Markarth I don't think is super great to probably live in too. I mean, you got better infrastructure though, which is one thing. But it's ironically like it doesn't really seem like they have really a lot of issues other than their breweries, because the the one person was like what was the one lady? I don't remember her name. Maven, I think was the character's first name. Blackbriar? I think it was Blackbriar. The Blackbriar Meadery. Oh. There we go. I think other than her, there's not really... they basically have their own superhero, or vigilante, I guess, not really superhero. But with Mjol, the lioness, and they basically have an Aaron basically being Robin. So they basically have their own Batman and Robin. It doesn't really look like anyone's not allowed to own a shop or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just for some reason Windhelm Nords are like, or maybe for some reason they're they'd most likely be the ones in conflict with Redoran, I'd imagine, since they're closest, whereas Riften's down toward the south. I mean, they're fairly close too, but I don't know. Okay, so we've gone all this way.
City of Markarth sure is a beauty. Where do you
To hire the carriage? To go to Windhelm?
and back, and we'll be off.
Speaking of... That's just... Oh, I gotta climb in the back. I forgot.
You ready to go?
We're gonna freeze to death, but... Hey, you know.
Need a ride?
Things go the way things go. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it seems like... I guess you could argue, you can maybe blame Ulfric for why Windhelm's the way it is. But I think even if the Free Winter guy takes over, which is the Imperial equivalent, or the Imperial counterpart, I wonder what's in there. Dare I? Oh, is there a way out? Okay, there is a way out. Okay. Oh, I've never checked this little area. This is kind of cool. What in the world? I've never checked this area. This is new to me. Wardrobe? Fine clothes? Okay, we over encumbered ourselves. We really do need to work out our weight issue. Because we are really riding that line of being weighed down. I mean, light armor, ironically, really shines in survival mode. So it's kind of ironic that that's the one where I've ended up not going light armor. I could have also sold the amethyst, but I forgot to. Anything we really don't need? It's really heavy. Well, resist magic sounds like a fun potion. So I guess I really don't want to put up that pickaxe. Am I being stubborn with the pickaxe? I feel like I'm being stubborn with the pickaxe. Hold on, let's see if that made it give us enough. Okay, no, it didn't. I'm gonna just eat something. Sweet roll. There we go. Not enough? Is that cooked? It looks cooked, but I don't think it's cooked. I have a bad feeling it's not cooked. There we go. Still too much to run. Okay, now we can run. Good. And there's a farm out here, so I can always take from there. And I think Hlaalu farm is around. Oh, hey! How's it going?
It's no secret the Aretino.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that. I'm running. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Getting the win home. So we've heard about we have heard about Aretino.
You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are. Don't even think about it.
Oh, hold on.
Looking for shipping? We always offer
Let's see.
better service than the East Empire Company.
Let's see.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
I still haven't figured out.
Some
Hold
of
on.
these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us.
Because it's like Windhelm is specifically like the worst city in Urquhart. And maybe there's a lore reason for that. I guess maybe because they're close.
Just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
I think the easiest answer would probably to blame it on the Stormcloaks. But I don't know. I don't know because there's a high elf in town. Urquhart, and they would hate and Ulfric would I think would hate the high elves more than Urquhart than he would the dark elves, considering he fought the high elves.
What everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black
You heard it again.
Trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine. Then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right. I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice
Okay.
to me.
But that always surprised me. I don't know why. You know, it does seem like Windhelm, but I don't know. I don't know why, because I get like in Oblivion the Empire really didn't like Dark Elves. I don't know why it feels like the Dark Elves end up being kind of I should say the Argonians more than the Dark Elves end up being kind of the what's the term for it? There's a term of where everybody always attacks. Everyone always attacks them. I don't know why. Especially, no, I get why the Empire didn't, because of their pantheon is a Daedric pantheon rather than an Adric pantheon. But I just don't get why the Empire seemingly forgot that they didn't like them, and suddenly the Windhelm Nords became all about it. They're cool with high elves, but for some reason they're not super cool with dark elves.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a strong
Now-
message?
If by message
I want to let them talk,
shoving a sword,
because you know anything about that? That'd be really impolite to just follow them.
Taking his city
I want to sit
and
here.
leaving him in
We're gonna
disgrace
talk.
would make a
We're gonna
more
talk instead.
powerful statement, don't you think?
I'm not, no one's, that's an elevated sense of importance if he thinks I'm just going to follow him. In fact, let's do what we all really would do.
you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig sent a message to the other yards.
There we go.
Whoever we were
Quickly, get up before he notices.
support.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun.
We'll wait for him.
If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
The people
But yeah, I don't get it. I think that like someone tried to explain to me that technically, someone tried to say that one thing I was reading somewhere was part of the reason why Windhelm specifically hates them a lot is because technically he gave them the Great Quarter,
we know the price.
like just straight up gave them the Great Quarter, so that made it worse.
in their hearts.
I don't know. Is that true? I don't know. If someone knows if that's true, let me know. I'm still trying to learn about Elder Scrolls lore. I'm still banking on that the Aedra and the Daedra are the only bad guys in the Elder Scroll universe. because okay, so I don't know. If it feels like, ooh, oh, who are you? You saw me do that? Uh-oh.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die.
Oh, he's come back.
Elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my...
Hold on. Sorry. He's giving a speech, and it's just too good to pass up. I'm starving. Whoop. The evidence is missing. The evidence is,
too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals
I mean-
for wanting to rule themselves.
I think that you could argue that's a little out of character, but considering this food's just laying out, and he's been in a wild, like you're saying this guy traveled from Morrowind all the way to Skyrim, I don't think he's gonna feel a little too bad taking a baked potato and sitting out apparently for him.
Will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world.
But yeah, if anybody knows, I don't know. I don't want to be making myself a big. We call it. I don't want to make a big. Whoop. I don't want to make a big fool of myself if I don't have to.
We have a war to plan.
Because I've been trying to learn a little bit about the lore, and I go through it. And if you just go through like if you go through like not just what people make, but just the comments people do on things, you just have it. The problem is there's a lot of like people saying this is right, this is right, this is right, but not a lot of real answers. And I don't know if that's Bethesda's fault or the people interpreting its fault, or just that it's intentionally vague and it's nobody's fault. But we'll go up. Okay, so it looks like they're not talking, so we can now be polite and go and talk, because that would have been interrupting him. And I don't know, how you're allowed to go in there. I mean, is that a real sword? Dare I sit in his throne with him standing like that? I have a feeling that it would just be death.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the region.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Yorli?
Well, sir, the hold of Falkreath is fairly vulnerable and blocks the...
I'm just gonna listen to them talk. Okay, we're goofing out. We're goofing now.
To be sure, my lord, I am not
He
skilled in
can't be
the
that
art
bad a
of
guy. He let me sit in his chair.
But
But we're playing. We're caught.
Hold in the pass, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir.
Boop. Okay, so It's funny because they haven't really acknowledged us.
Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
Hey,
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
so he was ignoring us. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I believe we met already. I was at Helgen. We'll say that.
Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
Milov helped me escape. He'd vouch for me. I was set free. I come to fight the Empire. So the question is whether we'd be honest, because this is actually what our character is coming here for. Because he's wanting to get vengeance for Hlaalu. Kind of as a rogue Hlaalu agent. Not sanctioned. But, we'll go with this. Because even though Ralof did, this is more honest.
A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
She's just talking from the other room. Let's move out of the way. Give him some room to come through. Alright. Let's talk to him. Or, am I supposed to keep talking to you? Oh, no, he's a Galmar, right?
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. But first, tell me, why does an elf want to fight for Skyrim?
Still, I still don't know. Like, there's got to be something I don't know, because the high elves and the high elves and the dark elves, at one point were like with the same group, but then like the Daedra took the dark elves way off in another area. So I get them like hating them because one's Adric Pantheon and the other one's Daedric Pantheon, right? But like, why is I don't get why in Wilhelm they hate him so much more than the. Like, in even like virtually everywhere else. I get like if I was like running up as a high elf, it makes sense, probably, because that was their whole thing is they didn't like the Thalmor, and you know you could see something like that. But I don't know why they have such a hate. Why wouldn't? Because technically the Nords are a buffer between the Thalmor and Morrowind. So you only take Nords. Skyrim is home to just more Nords. I want my fight. Okay. I want to fight the Empire. This is true to our character.
Watch yourself out there.
He just turned her. What? Hey.
Helgen, huh?
He just turned around.
Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. But first, tell me, why does an elf want to fight for Skyrim?
This is the true answer to our character. We want to fight the Empire.
Can't fault anyone for that. As long as you hate the Empire as much as I do, that I can work with.
I want to just see this one here.
You mistake me. I'm not saying no, just wondering about your intentions. We're not looking for sellswords. The Stormcloaks need dedicated men and women who are devoted to the cause and willing to die for it.
Okay, that's why I'm here. We don't really care about saying that because we're not intent on staying at this point. We're just here to get vengeance, so.
All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you.
I can handle it. Considering that we're role-playing that we basically came all the way from Morrowind, I think that's a...
That's what I like to hear.
Fair answer.
So long as you can back up those words with steel. I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you weren't going to be much use to me anyway. It's where men have tested their metal for ages. It's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts the ice wraiths. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you.
Okay. I'm going alone. If I'm off to kill an ice wraith, I'll be back soon. We'll just do that one.
We'll see about that, won't we? Here, take this. You need it. Use it on the island. Don't lose it. That's all the help you're getting. Try not to die.
And he just encumbered me, I bet. Yep, there we go. I knew it. But thanks for the baked potato.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
What do you do for the Jarl? I'm not gonna do small
Travel
talk.
safely.
Our character's got to get places and fast, right? Fast. Oh boy, I need to get we need to free up some weight here. I have too many potatoes. I mean, the potatoes are good, but it's just too much weight. Can I run now? No. Let's see. But yeah, if anybody knows, I will welcome the lore. I don't normally like to watch lore videos, but I'm authentically lost when it comes to Elder Scrolls lore. Because hold on. Let's see what else we can drop. Because kind of in Morrowind, there's kind of Morrowind and Oblivion. It kind of always seemed like the Empire was the one who had the bigger trouble with Morrowind than any of the other provinces.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
Beyond the idea that the Adric pantheon, because I think they were like outlawing Daedric worship in Oblivion, weren't they outlawed? And they had outlawed Daedra worship in it, which like the Dark Elves were really upset about. The Dark Elves that were living there, that you could find at the shrines. I mean, you could find a Khajiit at Pyrites, I think, if I remember correctly, Pyrite shrine in Oblivion. So I don't know what happened. What happened? I know it's like probably like a few hundred years, right? I think Oblivion and Morrowind are real close to each other, but then these other ones aren't. Okay, we need to solve the sleep situation. So we need to go in here. We also probably need to solve a food issue. So the question is whether we can fight an ice wraith. I don't really even know if we can.
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them.
Don't take this
Okay,
the wrong
so
way, but you look a little.
I think, and the thing is that another thing is that if he hates, if he's supposed, like I don't get it. Like, okay, so they apparently I don't think the Stormcloaks let him in. So I don't get why the Stormcloaks, if they want people in the group, why did they let this guy hurt the recruiting base?
All hail to Ulfric. You are the High King.
I don't know. Someone probably knows. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know where the rift between the two happened.
Another dark elf. Just what Windhelm needs.
Like, what's going on?
Take a look.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong? You know what?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the dark elves built it after they fled from Morrowind.
Did you need something?
Sight to see.
Okay, but then they immediately tell me where a Daedric shrine is. You confuse me, lady. Yes. You confuse me. We're gonna sleep at another establishment. We're gonna patronize. We're gonna patronize at another establishment. I don't want to go this way. I don't think that's the right way. There we go. We're gonna take our business elsewhere. And not like elsewhere, like the province. Hey, Hlaalu! We got a Hlaalu in here! We got Hlaalu too!
The Imperials think us
it's not locked.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Oh, hello. Wonder where he is. Hey!
Too many Dark Elves in Windhelm complain about the way we're treated. What good does complaining do? I'm proud of my farm. Takes no small effort to grow crops in this part of Skyrim. Good morning.
Okay, so you're just like a you're just like a normal farmer. All right, so nothing I can really do here. Let's run. I probably could sell him stuff from the his own farm, and then maybe be able to stay at his house.
Trouble?
Because you can become friends with people that way.
Right now, if it wasn't for my
If I remember correctly, at least you can get Did you say what?
Ever since that Imperial Craven ran me through from behind, I've had trouble breathing. I don't have any trouble. I once killed 6.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Yeah, like what? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Someone else probably knows a lot more than me, but I don't get where it switched to where the Empire was the we call it the one, because in Morrowind they weren't really a huge fan of him. If I remember, they were extorting Fargoth, but he was a wood elf. I don't know.
Welcome, brother. Please enjoy yourself. Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care.
And that's a bit cold. Let's see. I don't. Admittedly, we're not about to ask him about that. We're gonna ask him what he has for sale.
The thirsty, food for the hungry.
Let's see. However, I will say that if anyone gets the raw end of the Elder Scrolls lore, is definitely it is definitely the Argonians.
Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time.
Okay, so... Oh, darn, we asked the wrong question. This is...
Where else would we be?
I was going to say you didn't answer my question.
When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm is the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking.
Okay, so basically that does sound like... It sounds like my guess might be correct. That Windhelm is the one that probably conflicted with the... Whoop, probably not a smart idea to leave that out in the open. I mean, I guess maybe I'm not supposed to be up here. But let's go up. Hello.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven. The Grey Quarter is not much to look at.
Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. He tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality.
Moving to Morrowind?
Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the corner club on his own.
That's a weird question, because the other guy just said that you can't live in Morrowind. See, I'm just confused. See, that's what I'm trying to... Okay, someone else... If someone knows... Because it feels like you get, like, constantly unreliable narrators in... We'll call it... In the Elder Scrolls universe. Because one person just said that you can't live there.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can. But I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
Whoop. Hold on. And sell some of our stuff.
Everybody in here, give a holler if you have any questions. You look a bit peaked. You should. I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city.
But that's one thing. Like, again, I don't typically like to look at lore videos, but I've been trying to find out what happened in the few hundred years between Morrowind and Skyrim. Because Oblivion's like 4 years? I think it's like very shortly after Morrowind. After the end of Morrowind. Because basically after the end of Morrowind, you get the Oblivion Crisis. And the whole Red Mountain, Oblivion Crisis, Red Mountain, all that kind of stuff, right? And the Empire kind of pulls out, and then basically, even saying anything friendly about from what I understand, saying anything friendly even about the Empire is a good way to get just absolutely kicked out now in Morrowind. So I just don't get. Well, you'd think that they would want to work together, especially since I don't think any of them really like the High Elves. I don't know. I've yet to discover what the link is.
Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it.
I could return the ring.
It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while.
Okay. Sounds easily enough.
Don't let Viola catch
we did want to sell something, though.
Sneak that ring. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
But based off what I've seen about lore videos, there's a ton of people who are very opinionated on what exactly happened or didn't happen in that whole period of time. I'd like to just know the sources where they got it from, so I could go check and just see myself. Because a lot of people the videos are really good about saying where they get stuff, but it feels like in Elder Scrolls there's so many people who say the opposite thing that I have yet to figure out what happened in 200 years. I think it's like 200 years between the two, or more than that. It's like 200 to 2000. It's a large branch of time. Might be missing a 0. My character is probably more of a dark elf out of time. Dropped into a much later time. A little bit confused with the area. But that's not our story. That's just having fun. Trying to explain my confusion. Maybe I should just forget the pickaxe. You know what? We're going to forget it. We might be able to buy another one or find another one. I imagine we can. There we go.
Do come again.
Let's go.
Sneak
So
back to
I guess.
before we both
Well,
get caught.
hello. You came outside with me. Okay. Yeah, he wanted to make sure I got home safely, I guess. I mean, Kinchi have a better. When we play Kinchi, I have a much better lore, a better handle of the lore, at least a little bit. At least in my own mind, I do. I might be terrible at it.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers?
Okay.
Not much, but I hope you like them.
I'll just buy the whole stock. There we go. And we don't care.
Stop by again.
We don't care about their life. We're on a tail for vengeance. We can't be stopping to help every person we pass by. I mean, we help them by buying their stuff, but we can't help them past that. Let's run up here. There's gotta be somewhere we can rest other than that one place. Maybe if we... Maybe that Artino. I wonder if Artino will let us sleep in his house. You know, he's trying to get, some payback. Oh, we're hungry. We need to break the lock. Actually, kind of a little bit of a lore excuse to do this.
You'll get what you deserve. The Dark Brotherhood will see to that. Die, Grillad,
Now, the Dark Brotherhood and the Morag Tong hate each other. And now, again, I don't know if that's still a thing, because, again, a lot of stuff seems to have changed between the two time periods. So they might not hate them anymore.
Sweet
that
mother,
money.
Sweet mother, send your child.
Clothes.
For the sins of the unworthy must be baptized
That's a
with
bed.
blood and fear.
Sneak by.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me for the sins of
Oh,
the
creepy
unworthy
kid.
must be
Let's go in here.
baptized with blood
Ah, it's owned.
Sweet mother, send your child
We can't sleep in his bed.
for the sins of the unworthy
And I don't know if I want to sleep in his bed, considering.
Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother.
Mm,
Why
Go down.
won't you
There we go.
Sweet mother.
Creepy kid. Now, I guess maybe we can have whoever called empathize with his search for vengeance. I mean, we're basically going to search for vengeance against the Empire for Morrowind. So maybe, hello.
Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord.
I can't give them a coin, but I can demand they tell me how to be a better pickpocket. Okay.
The divine smile of a charitable soul.
Oh, maybe just already gave some money. Maybe that might be it.
Spare a coin for...
Because I feel like it's too big of a plot point. Ooh, Temple of Talos. But I feel like it's just too big of a plot point to be just like somebody screwed up and went, oh, I forgot they hated the High Elves. Let's see. Maybe they have another inn somewhere. Maybe a house of a dead person too. That would be good too. I mean, that would probably still count as owned. Seems like we might have to leave. We don't need to stay here anyway. We don't need to stay here considering. The funny thing is, if we could go straight to Solitude, and even though we attacked Imperials, and we wanted in Windhelm, not Windhelm, Whiterun, we could probably just go straight to Solitude. To run.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
People really want me to know about that. Oh, I wonder about here. Stables. Oh, it's locked. Oh. Chopping wood. I want to see if I can go over here. You think this is that farm, right? I think if I pick something, I can probably give it to them and become friends and maybe sleep in the bed. Let's see. So what this is... Oh, no, that's Brandy Mug Farm. I mean, maybe they might still let me do it. Whoop. Let's talk to them.
We could always...
I have wheat to sell. There we go.
Honest pay for honest work. Good day.
There we go. Now let's see. Can I now go into your house? Is this now acceptable? Oh, you're not in there, so maybe... Let's, hold on. We're just gonna see. Oh, they'll let us do it. So we're their friend. We're their friend. They don't mind. But they told us, yeah, you can go inside. You're good. You can go in. They just forgot to give us the keys, so we just broke into their house. We're friends, though. Totally friends. Not breaking in and entering. No. Definitely not. Let's sleep. I'm waiting for, like, Lucius LeChance from, what do we call it? From, Oh. Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't see many strangers out here. Come to get your hands dirty on a real farm?
See, they like us. So it seems like the farmers around Wilhelm are really welcoming. Because even, like, the Hlaalu, he didn't seem to have a problem with them. And the farmers don't seem to have a problem. It's some reason in the city of Windhelm, everybody's losing their absolute gosh darn mind. Is it just because they're the closest thing to High Elves?
Are you feeling sick?
And you're here.
We'll get to know each other better.
I'm surprised. Well, I wonder if you're having a hard time
It's for
too.
sale if you got the coin.
Hard to tell.
Didn't think you had the coin for it anyway.
Oh.
My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a
But someone's probably gonna be out. Someone's probably out there going, "Man, you just don't know. You don't know." There's like this, and this. Made them hate each other. Whoop. Don't have the coin, huh? Don't have the coin. That's how we did it in Morrowind. This is how we get vengeance. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? I don't think he cared. Yeah, I don't think he cared.
I see why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and get away from him. Whoop. Can't sleep in there. It'd be funny if I could. I think I can get wood though. If he has a axe I could take. I could use an axe to get some stuff. But I don't think he does have a free axe.
Someday we'll get to know each other better.
Nah. I would love to make. That's the hard part. Is,
Need a ride?
let's see.
Where do you want to go?
Because the only place I know where to get a free axe isn't anywhere nearby. Go to Markarth. Markarth might be a little more. Or Riften, yeah.
Climb and back. And
Also, like, with the Amulet of Mara thing, right? That's like how people get married in Elder Scrolls, right? But then how would Daedric, people who worship the Daedric people or the Tribunal get married? If they don't like the Aedra. Like, there's, like, I don't know. It feels like if someone, like, did a whole history of culture series, that they could get a lot of, I feel like they would both get a lot of appreciation and a lot of people going, actually. Oh, he caught me right when he said that.
You need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
It's obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
So even though the funny thing is Riften, even though like they're all thieves,
welcome to
like the or more like thieves, right? They don't seem to have the same problems with Windhelm, and if I remember correctly, there's like a Stormcloak. I think they're a Stormcloak town.
Another run-in with a thief's skill.
At start.
Careful, Mule.
So there's the Batman and Robin
Blackbriar at
of
one snap of her fingers
Riften.
and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
More like Superman and Lois Lane. Like she's Superman and he's Lois Lane.
The only good thing that's happened to this
because
city
it's
in a long time.
Because Maven's more like Lex Luthor or Lex Luthor, Lex Luthor.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Hold on, let's talk to him real quick.
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think
Tell me the details. We're gonna skip past this so I can get.
Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her,
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you.
Mostly because I want to see because we're gonna talk to them real quick.
What's your problem? I knew that
knows.
stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is
We're
really
too
simple.
curious.
I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story.
Drop the debtor answered on. You and I both know this is set up.
All right, all right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me
Oh,
anything.
we turned to the corner. There we go.
Questions?
Okay, where's Shadder? Oh no, don't leave! Don't leave!
I don't know you.
Ah.
You and Riften looking for trouble?
I'm not scared of you just passing through. Well, we're just gonna say just passing through.
Yeah?
That's truth.
Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me, I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
How about persuade?
Then you're stupider than you look. You better watch your ass around here.
Okay, nope. Let's go talk to Shot here. I don't even know why we came to Riften. I think it was so we could pay to stay at the inn here, but I just realized we just stayed in someone's home. So we don't really need to be here. Our guy just was so annoyed, they just really just left to another town out of spite.
Any luck with Sapphire? By the 8. You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore.
Ah, thank you. Now, you're gonna let us bunk with you, right? I mean, that's fair. Fair is fair, right? I helped you, you helped me?
Well, you found the right place.
Ah, come on! Come on! Hold on.
Got horses that need shoeing, so make it quick.
All right, we're gonna sit in this chair with
Good
him.
day, friend. Keeping well?
Well, but nowhere to stay here other than maybe the tavern, I guess.
Hofgreer's a great teacher. I've learned so much about horses from
Can't look at both of us. I don't know. We'll just look at here. There we go. There we go.
Those are all I know. I've been riding since I could walk.
But that was fun. We had a fun day today. I wanted to do this today, and then
spend every spare moment
just because we just started with the series, and I do want to get more episodes in sooner, rather than kind of stretch them out a little bit. So I want to have at least, because I know we've done a ton of Kinchi videos, so I want to just kind of fill some other stuff in that you guys might find fun. So hopefully this stream, hopefully having some more Skyrim streams rather than just Kinchi streams will help keep it fresh. Will help keep it fresh. Oh, what is he going and doing? But we should be able to use their cooking pot. They might let us use that. They might be nice enough, friendly enough to let us use that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. And bye.